I am Abby Galuski. I am an apparatus operator paramedic for Kenosha Fire Truck 1, and this is a day in the life of a firefighter in Kenosha.
Feel me? You feel me? No cash on me. Swipe for a million. Yeah.
So every morning, 7:15 is like our shift over change, and we kind of just catch up. What are we gonna do for the day? How everyone's family's doing? Have a cup of coffee in the morning.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Ooh.
Today I'm on Med 1. In a second, you're gonna see everybody kind of flood out here. Everyone's gonna be checking their rig over, rechecking their pack, checking their gear, and make sure that we're ready to serve the citizens of Kenosha. So if you ever hear saws at 8 in the morning, this is what we're doing. That's why it's so loud. We're waking up the neighbors. I'm sorry, but we gotta check all our equipment, make sure it works in the morning.
I send it. I wake up, I spend it. I drive Chevy, no Benzes.
As an apparatus operator, you have to check the oil and power steering. You sanitize and clean everything once a week, kind of just do a more thorough check on Mondays.
So this is the direction of traffic, but we can move barricades if we have to get in there.
Yeah, okay. It's July 3rd, so 4th of July is tomorrow, obviously. And there's lots of events, fireworks, roads closed, so I expect it to be kind of busy. It's supposed to be super hot today, so it's important for all of us to hydrate as much as kind of like rest in our downtime. On our paramedic units, we run with 2 paramedics and 1 basic, so we have 3 people on the squad at all times. Tim is Tim Martin. He's one of our, he has a year on. He's off probation, he's official, and he bought us steaks. Solid work.
Yeah, did you see how fit they were?
No, I didn't. Pretty exciting stuff.
You feel me?
So Med 1 is our busiest paramedic unit, about an average of 10 calls per day.
I have a call for Med 1 and Engine 3. Med 1 Engine 3.
Unresponsive female.
First call today at 9:22. We're dispatched to a nursing home or a rehab facility. For this, we were dispatched Delta, which is like a high-level priority. When we got there, staff took us to the unresponsive lady.
Med 1, Engine 3, both on the same call. Call just came in for Engine 5. So just like that, whole station's basically empty that fast. It goes like that throughout the day.
She had some lung sounds that sounded maybe like she had like a pneumonia or an infection. So we started an IV on her and we gave her some oxygen and then we transported her to the hospital. Because this is our house, it's staffed 24 hours. It's our job to keep it clean and tidy. Nick right here is working on sweeping the floor, doing all the chores. Say hi, Nick.
Hi.
Every personnel has their own locker. Just have some pictures of my family, some peanut butter when I'm hungry, some protein. There's an average of, I think it's 100 firefighter deaths per year. A lot of them are taken by heart disease or cancer. So in order to cut back down from cancer, we do simple things like we only wear like house shoes so we don't bring bad things into like our living space. If we do have a fire, our policy says you put your apparatus back in service as quick as you can, and then you come here and you shower right away. We actually have baby wipes in the rigs too, so you can wipe down your face and your hands and everything, try to cut back down on cancer. So it's been taken a while to do that, but little steps in the right direction. All right, let's go see what's going on in the kitchen.
I know you think we're good together. Every time I see your happy face, I wanna tell you to.
All right, so it's lunchtime. Our buddy Tim over here brought steaks in. Thank you, Tim, for his getting off probation. So I know it's probably a hefty check. We pay for all of our meals for lunch and dinner. Sometimes we get to eat it, sometimes we don't. Hopefully we get to eat the steak. So everyone kind of helps out in the kitchen and make a meal. And sometimes we're eating steak, which is very, very rare, or sandwiches. Ah, you got it.
I have a call for Med 1.
All right, so we just got a call to go to KMH. KMH is like an urgent care now. So whatever walked into their ER or their urgent care needs like our service. So a city ambulance responds to it. So that's where we're going now. So this is not an emergency room. This is an urgent care. So if you have chest pain or something, you don't come to KMH. You have to go out to St. Cat's or Frederick South or Aurora.
It's a public service announcement.
It's a public service because people keep coming here and they're not going to get the right care. So you got to go to the right hospital. It's just delaying their care, basically.
A lot of our calls are on the east end of the city, which is where our fire station is located. What we used to be able to do is transport these patients to the downtown hospital, the one on the east end of the city. However, since that hospital no longer has an ER, we're forced to take all of our patients way out west, which puts Med 1, the busiest rescue squad in the city, on a call longer. So what we have to do is depend on other rescue squads from other parts of the city to kind of help fill in the gaps and take calls in our area. Those are rad. Ready to go? Timmy?
Ready to go.
All right. To the next one.
Med 1.
What'd I tell ya? Med 2's area. Really? What I said. Yep.
Hypertension, diabetes 2.
We were dispatched to respond Alpha level to a certain address. We read through the criteria and we felt that we should upgrade because the person seemed a little more sick than an emergent, so we did, and I'm glad that we did, because when we got there the person was violently vomiting. We did give him some fluid and then we transported him out to the hospital.
So finally getting to eat?
Finally get to eat, yeah. And now we take a break. This is Norman Honing. He's our BC for the day. Just tell us kind of what you do for daily operations as a battalion chief.
Sure. My job ultimately is to run the operations of the day, and any large-scale event, I am the operational command.
If Chief Norman is there, it's probably it's a big deal. We have multiple apparatus at a call or a fire. I know you guys had just went to a gunshot wound. We always bring a BC there, just because that can be like a really chaotic call for crews who are kind of like in the call. So if they need any help, Chief Honing would be there to help them out, and it's always good to hear his voice on the radio. This is Chief William Glass. He is our EMS division chief.
Well, we get to do a lot of things in the EMS division, and one of them is budgeting. So right now I'm going through our budget for 2024 and trying to figure out how much money we spend on medical equipment and oxygen and things of that nature. Each month we develop training for emergency medical services. It has to break down into one of many components like cardiac or respiratory. We try and rotate through our trainings and try to keep our people up to date and up to speed with what's going on, keep everybody current.
They were part of a large fire near a residence or garage. Large fire near a residence or garage. Company is due to respond. Engine 3, Engine 5. Med 1 and Engine 3.
Battery victim?
Yeah. We work with Kenosha Police Department quite often. Whenever there's an assault, they'll call for us and get the person like medically cleared or see if they need to go to the hospital. So KPD called us to the scene, and this lady's eye was, you could tell she got hit with a closed fist in her eye. It was swollen and she couldn't see out of it. We have to make sure that Kenosha Police Department deem the scene safe for us. And so they have to make sure that nobody is verbally saying they're gonna harm us. Nobody has weapons, especially when there has been violence on the scene. For EMS, if the scene is unsafe, we're not going in until it's safe. So we kind of laid back until the scene was safe with the police. And then, we ended up transporting her. I'm sure she's gonna get some x-rays and maybe like a head CT to make sure she has no internal bleeding.
So one of the activities we do, one, to stay in shape and also kind of build team building, shift bonding, as we play pickleball back here. It's a perfect sport, get a little sweaty, but it's also competitive, so.
We're kind of a big deal on the pickleball courts. So we'll try to work out as a crew for several reasons. It's good for you. It keeps our momentum, our motivation going, and then we get to kind of do stuff as a team. I know it looks scary right here, but if you come this way, this is our mezzanine. It's 8:39. Usually when we're done with pickleball, like I said, we kind of just hang out up here for a little bit, and then we go and we make our beds, and then try and hopefully get some sleep. But a lot of the time, you know, we're up on calls and we always got to stay ready. So this is an awesome place to be. It's the coolest place to be. Since it's 4th of July, there are fireworks everywhere. So once it starts getting dark, we just sit up here and you have a 360 view of fireworks everywhere in the city, and it's actually like really neat. So basically what happened, one of the outlets were on fire and there was a little bit of fire in the wall, so the truck company opened up the wall and then they just put it out with an extinguisher. Good thing about having 3 people on a med unit is that we are an ambulance, but we're also our search crew for fires like this. So med 1 went in there and we searched the 1st floor and the 2nd floor. Everything was all clear, and yeah, fire went out. So not a big deal, but a big deal. So that's it.
Engine front end located the fires and extinguish them or clear returning.
Ice pack coming up. Is that it, bud?
Just woke up at 7 o'clock. Got a good 2 hours of sleep in. So I'm gonna wait for my relief and then I'm gonna head home.